What's up with it? It's your girl Cam Go Crazy, and welcome back to Boss at Heart, where we turn pain into purpose over here, y'all. And today, I have a special guest, someone who knows about the environment, that knows about outdoors, and know about reptiles. And you know what? I'm gonna just tell y'all right now, growing up in the ghetto, we don't get the privilege to go to nature like others. So with this conversation right now, we about to open up the doors to it. And with no further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and have him introduce himself. And you go ahead and tell the world what's your name.
Hey, what's good?
Hey,
My name is Official Trap Nature. They call me the Snake Man in East Oakland. And by the end of this interview, you go see why they call me that.
I swear.
I'm
I love it. Okay, and where you from?
from East Oakland,
Hmm.
to be exact. Born and raised. Lived a normal Oakland life. You know what I'm saying? Just happened to be a East Oakland dude from the hood who love animals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then, a lot of people that grow up in cities,
Hmm.
you don't really hear too many, like I say, that want to explore the
Hmm.
outdoors.
For sure.
So I just want to say thank you for coming on to my platform, and you about to educate some of these people so they can get their ass outdoors.
For sure.
All
You
right.
know what
I
I'm saying?
love
That's,
it.
that's what I'm here for. You feel me?
Okay.
For
We
sure.
ready to spread awareness because we really do need nature and we really do need to be outdoors. All right. And with the first question that I have for you, a little bit. Tell me a little bit about your background. Like, how did you get into outdoors or liking nature or snakes?
Well, really, I always had ever since I was a little child, I always had a passion for wildlife, animals. I used to play with spiders. I used to catch spiders, you know what I'm saying, in the backyard and salamanders that we have in East Oakland in our backyards on rainy days. You can go find some salamanders in your backyard.
What is a salamander?
It's these little amphibians that live in the middle. You can find them anywhere in the city. It's like
Okay.
the one wild animal that you can find on your property that's unseen because they live underneath rocks. You
Okay.
gotta go out during the rainy season and flip some rocks. You'll find some little California slender or garden slender salamanders underneath the rocks. So I started playing with salamanders as a child and, catching spiders. I never killed the spiders. I'll put them in a bottle or a
You never
jar,
killed
you know
it.
what I'm saying? And I just keep it. I feed them. I catch flies and catch little bugs, throw them in there and watch them eat. So
Okay.
I had dogs, cats. I wanted snakes. But moms and grandma, they wasn't having it, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Shout
So
out to moms and granny.
for sure.
Okay. Y'all boys is crazy.
But I'm gonna explain how that contribute to my adulthood obsession with snakes too. So
Yeah.
so now I got over 100, you know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't have them as a kid.
You got over 100 snakes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I have like how cats be into cars,
Yeah.
and into shoes. Well, I like exotic animals, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get online and like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See something that's different, that kind of catch my taste. I'm like, I need that. I
Have you
started
ever been to the
start
Cow Palace?
cow palace. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I sure have.
Okay.
And you talking about to the expos?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I go to me and her used to go to them all the time. But
Yeah.
now I put myself kind of on a reptile diet because I've been taking too many right now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I gotta reserve space for my rescues when I bring in rescues,
Okay.
stuff like that.
Oh, so you do save animals as well?
Oh yeah, yeah. I save especially reptiles. I do snake removals. Like where we live at right now, we in Contra Costa County.
Uh-huh.
So what it is it's a lot of desert rattlesnakes and all different types of species that be in people's yards who live closer to the mountains.
Yeah, that's that Antioch and Pittsburgh
Oh
and
yeah.
all that type of area out there, okay?
Hmm.
Because it is a lot of it's grassy out
Oh yeah,
there.
yeah. They everywhere out there. But in Oakland, we have them in Oakland, but
Uh-huh.
they're harder to find just because our weather. You know what I'm saying? It'd
Yeah.
be cooler in Oakland. So
Okay.
and it's moist. So we have them in certain areas in Oakland. And
Okay.
they don't be out as much, you know what I'm saying, in Oakland because of the weather. The
Yeah.
cool temperatures keep them tucked, you know what I'm saying? But in Antioch, where it's just dry, heat and it's farther away from the ocean,
Yeah.
you will see snakes and rattlesnakes, tarantulas, all type of desert animals everywhere.
Yeah, that's note to self. We ain't moving out that way, y'all. What country you said? What county?
Contra Costa County,
Yeah.
Walnut Creek, Concord, Antioch, Brentwood, all of that.
Yeah, you ain't gonna see Cam go crazy out there. Okay? Yeah, no, but that's cool. And then at the end of the day, you said that you never used to wanna kill the animals? I mean, well, you never wanted to kill them, you just wanted to trap the spiders and what did you say? Which one you
Well,
said you
well, really, what I do is, my mom, like, she'd call me, be like, "It's a
Yeah,
spider in the room." I
yeah,
catch it and I put it outside. But I started off, as a kid, keeping them and observing them. That's how I learned about them.
yeah,
You
because
know,
that's why I had to touch base because I killed hell of them.
But after I done had, a bunch of spiders as a kid,
Yeah,
as you get older, I'm ready to graduate to the next animal. Let me get something better. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So I started off with spiders and little amphibians. And I lived on High Street. I grew up on High Street.
mhm,
So we used to ride, me and my friends from the hood, we used to ride our bikes up to that little, it's like a little nature spot straight up High Street,
okay.
close to the freeway by the Highway 13.
I know where you talking
Yeah,
about,
yeah.
all
So
the way up.
it's a little trout pond. So we used to go up there to go catch little Sierra tree frogs,
Mhm,
the little tree frogs that turn colors.
and that's what just made you love it.
Oh yeah. So I always did it as a child, but what happened was at a certain age, I really wanted to get involved with this in school. I remember asking my elementary school teacher, "Can we get a snake for the class?" Because I knew I couldn't have one at home. They like, "Nah, we ain't getting no snake up in here.
Yeah,
We don't do with that." She was a sister teacher, but she
yeah.
wasn't dealing with no snakes. You know what I'm saying? So
Sisters,
that,
we pushed them to have 100 snakes.
but what I noticed that it wasn't even just her. It was just that our environments. You know what I'm saying? We have lack of science, lack of biology, lack of animal wildlife interaction in our
Mhm,
urban cities. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I didn't realize until I was adult that when I go to suburban or more or cities with more money,
mhm,
like they take their kids out to the forest
they sure do.
and teach them about wild animals and the habitats and this and that. You know what I'm
Mhm,
saying? Versus us as a kid, we didn't have that, but that's really what I wanted to do, my passion.
yeah.
And that also kind of felt like when I couldn't really find too many resources, I also got distracted real easier too because what I really wanted to do wasn't there.
Okay,
You
and
know what
that's
I'm
how you
saying?
can get in trouble doing stuff like that
Yeah,
when you
I felt like if I would have had that as a kid, I probably would have been focused on that because it'd been right in front of my face. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I was able to. What my passion wasn't there because the school system is like a one shoe size fit all.
yeah,
Everybody got to get on this one boring track,
yeah,
and if you fall off, you just gonna be a failure. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So that's
Or
kind
you
of
don't fit the program, or
yeah,
you get what
yeah,
I'm saying? You
yeah,
just thinking out, so now they tryna, "Oh, you weird, you this, you that,"
yeah,
and you
yeah.
ain't
So I did the other route. I just started getting more involved with my friends and doing what everybody else was doing in my environment as I got older. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
I became a teenager and then it was on since then. I didn't get back into animals until after I became an adult, really until I became a father.
yeah,
What slowed me down in life.
okay,
You know what I'm saying? I started going through life tributes,
yeah,
losing my mom and all type of stuff. So
man.
that's what really drove me back to nature was trying to reclaim myself again.
Yeah,
You
man, I
know,
know that feeling. When'd your
mm,
mom go?
2016.
Man,
Mhm.
how are you?
Well, it was a strange world without my, because I had one of those mamas, like, she old school, West Oakland. She was a strong woman.
Yeah,
She loved real hard and she was hella protective over me. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And it's just to lose that strong love, you know what I'm
yep,
saying? The world just seemed different without her.
yep,
I remember after I was, I had been through a lot in life, I
mhm,
had seen a lot, Oakland, you know what I'm saying? We see a lot.
yep,
We get desensitized to a lot in Oakland.
yep,
But when you lose your mama,
mhm,
it seemed like that was like my tipping point. I
yep,
started spiraling after that.
yep,
And then I started attracting all type of negative energy towards me because of the energy that I was harvesting,
yep,
not taking care of myself because of that. That's what drove me to nature because I was desperate.
yeah,
And then once I found something there, I kept coming back
yeah,
and it just grew. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
and it was therapeutic.
Yeah, it was very therapeutic. I didn't realize that nature was that healing,
Yeah,
because it's something that we're not taught. I just
exactly.
happened to stumble across it and like, damn, that helped me. We got stuck tears inside of us.
Mhm.
I was able to let it out in nature. Just the electricity there. I was able to just balance, and just release everything.
And that's crazy you said stuck tears because it's a lot of people that don't express themselves
Yep.
and they are harboring it. And when my mom passed away, that's what made me do Boss at Heart is because it's therapeutic. And I
Mhm.
know it's a lot of people that is going down some type of journey of pain, trauma, and they just trying to find a way to happiness and healing.
Yeah.
So I want to just say I commend you on even getting to nature and tapping into nature after that happened. Because like you said, you could have spiraled down and just said, forget everything.
Sure.
And now for people that is going to watch this episode, you are going through something and it might bend us, but it ain't going to break us. And it is a community out there, but you got to just know that God got your back and you got to be willing to open up your eyes to it. For real. Like,
Sure.
and I was going to ask you, how did you get the name Trap Nature?
Well, it really started as a kind of as a joke because when I started healing myself in nature, like we in the cell phone world now. So I started recording, I see animals and I would just record the animal, talk about it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And people started catching on like, damn, bro, like you really know about that animal, you know what I'm saying? Like surprised that somebody like me knew about that animal. You know, I'm not talking about no sideshows. I'm talking about a wild animal. You know what I'm saying? So I was kind of surprising people with that. And then around the time I was linked up with a lot of people, and around Oakland, there's a lot of programs like trap art. We had a trap yoga. We had a trap cooking, a trap this. So I'm like, you know what? We ain't got no trap nature. Let me let me add a trap to nature. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be my thing. You feel me?
Swear.
That's something I can introduce to our community. You know
and
what
you
I'm saying?
doing it.
And put our spin on it. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't no other trap nature but this one.
For sure.
Period.
For sure.
And that's clean though. Like you said, you just ran with it.
For sure.
And all your friends, like, how did they accept, like, because like you said, we from the hood, we from the ghetto. So somebody liking animals, did they accept you, or they kind of like,
nah,
you
I'm gonna
like
keep it real with you.
with the geek?
People started thinking I was losing my mind at one point. Like he always out there in the forest touching animals. You know what I'm saying? He go get himself killed, or he out there, you know, because they fear, projecting their fears and not understanding. You know, people fear what they don't understand.
Exactly.
So I found an understanding, and I was, you know, so it just made me go harder. It made me push harder, you know what I'm saying, to push an understanding, because then I started to notice how detached people were from nature. Our people in Oakland, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, they really get terrified. And it's just a little harmless squirrel, you know what I'm saying? They think the squirrel gonna bite me and give me rabies, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like,
that's me.
Yeah, so people just be,
I'm people.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, we live in societies, you know, concrete societies, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we used to just working and you know, surviving in capitalism. So
being in chaos.
Yeah. So we used to our own stuff, you know what I'm saying? So when you go out to an unknown place like nature, you know what I'm saying, it's almost impossible to think about healing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're dealing with stuff in the city, you know what I'm saying, unnatural stuff. So imagine going in nature around animals that you don't know about. There's going to be a sense of fear with that, which I understand. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I felt it was important that I give this information out to my community, just because I feel like we lack this. And I feel like maybe if I would have had it as a kid, I probably would have been a scientist right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I feel like everything happened for a reason.
Yeah.
And this right here, you going to make the next scientist and the
For
next
sure.
one, because you already go crazy.
For
So
sure.
somebody right now, a little boy, a little girl that's going to watch this and be like, you know what? I'm
For
the
sure.
next Trap Nature Junior. You can't
For
be
sure.
Trap Nature. You can be something else.
For sure.
And I was going to say, I just want to say thank you. And Brother Peace, we're going to get you on here too, from the hoods to the woods, because you guys introduced me to the nature, me and my kids.
For sure.
We went, we arrived. I was like, okay, I like the people, but I was like, I don't know what the hell I'm getting myself into, because I'm from the city. You know, I've never did a hike. Like we was just saying earlier, we not educated. So I'm like, what am I, like, literally, y'all, I'm like, what am I getting myself into? And I'm just, like he said, I'm building fear, not even knowing that it was going to be a great day. But in my mind, I'm just like, oh my God, what if we do this? What if we do that? What if we fall over? And it was just really camaraderie. Like once we all got together, it was kind of like, no, we're staying together. Nobody is left behind. You had an expert in the front, an expert in the middle, and an expert in the back. So it was kind of like, it's a teamwork. And then when we got to a waterfall, you guys, I already know I told you I was going to mention that. So we got to a waterfall in Oakland, and I forgot the name of it. What was that park called? I don't know the name of the park, but
We was off of Skyline Boulevard.
okay, Skyline Boulevard.
Woolridge
Wo
staging area.
Okay, Woolridge
Right
Stadium.
by the horse, where the horse is at on
Yep,
Skyline
y'all. Shout
Boulevard.
out to the horse too, because it was a nice horse. But when we made it there, I just like I said, I had so much fear in my heart because I'd never done it before. And I'm kind of like, I didn't even know what to wear, y'all. I had some goddamn Jordans on that didn't have no grip. So I'm telling y'all right now, don't wear no Jordans. Because the Jordans had me sliding from the ceiling to the wall, from the window to the wall. Like I told his wife, because I was having a panic attack because I couldn't grip because we went down the waterfall. But once we got to the waterfall, I was talking myself out of it. I'm like, me and my kids, we not doing this. We leaving. I'm done with this. But you guys reassured us and was like, no, we got y'all. And that's what y'all did. Like y'all came. It was a community, you guys. Like one of the guys had my daughter, somebody else had my son. I slid all the way down on my butt because the Jordans had me sliding anyway. But we made it. We made it to the waterfall thanks to you.
It
Thanks to
forced
the
us
whole
to tap
community.
into our tribal DNA. You know what I'm saying? As a
Yeah.
village,
I thank
we
you.
had to become a village to make it through all those rough terrains, and
Yeah.
it worked out perfectly. You know what I'm
It made me
saying?
feel like I could face my fear.
Mhm.
Like I really felt, y'all could probably say it's cliche, but I felt powerful after that because I made it with my 2 kids. And then when we made it back up the hill, like I did this. I never did this before, but it felt good to know I did it.
For sure.
And then I'm like, okay, y'all gotta come do this. Cause I know if I can do it, you can do it. And if you can do it by yourself, I know you can do it because I had to do it with 2 kids. So I know they can do it by themselves. And y'all can do it with y'all kids. So what I'm trying to say is you have to do it. You have to try something new. It's gonna be scary. It was very uncomfortable, but it was worth it. It tested me. And I was like, dang, I'm ready for the next one now. I ain't gonna be wanting to pick up no snake just as yet. But you feel me? I'm ready to do some more hikes and to explore. And you taught my daughter, what was it? 3 leaves mean
Let it be.
3 leaves, let it
Let
be.
it be. Yep.
Okay.
That's the poison oak. The poison oak plant we have out here that, has oils on it and seasonal, you know what I'm saying? But the oils are more potent during certain seasons, but if you get on you, it disrupts your cells and it can make you itch real bad for weeks, you
Yeah.
know? So definitely don't want to be touching poison oak out here in the forest. It's a 3-leaf plant that one leaf kind of looks like a mint, like a cooking mint, and it has
cooking
like a
mint.
little thumb to it. And there's 3 leaves, 1 on the top and 2 on the side. So that's how
Yeah.
you can tell which one. You can't go by color because sometimes they're red.
Yeah.
They can turn brown or they can turn green. So
But as long as it's 3
as long as
leaves.
it's 3 leaves, let it be.
There you go. See y'all. Y'all learning something right now. You go your ass out there and you touch that 3 leaf. That means you didn't watch this episode. And why is it important for the urban community to get in contact with the nature, like to connect with nature?
Really, because this is where we came from. We been tapping in with nature. Before we had a lot of the science that Western science that we see today, a lot of ancient people, they were tapped into nature. They knew what plants were medicine. They knew what plants can heal heal certain things. They knew they knew each animal had a purpose.
Yeah.
Served the purpose in the environment. They respected each animal as an individual spirit. You know what I'm saying, that they actually use in their own personal lives.
Yeah.
So we were more tapped in with nature, and it's like we lost that.
Yeah.
Once we lost our culture, we lost our language, we lost our connection to the earth as well. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because we live in capitalistic societies where everything is done for us. We
Yeah.
don't have to become real spiritual and tapped into nature to figure out things anymore. So I feel like, life is about life is about learning, you know what I'm saying, and tapping back into who you really are, you know what I'm saying, and learning and experiencing. But I just feel like nature is the ultimate learning place, you know what I'm saying? That's where we started.
Yeah.
And we can get a lot of information just by being in nature. It's a lot of natural electricity there that affects our bodies, affects our cells without us even consciously knowing. Just by being in nature, breathing in those passages, you know what I'm saying? That's good for your body. So,
Yeah.
and mentally, you know what I'm saying? It's shaping your brain, you know what I'm saying? So I just think that it's real good, especially for people like us who live in these toxic environments like Oakland. You know what I'm saying? Oakland, I don't want to knock Oakland. Oakland have its problems, but it's still our city. I
Yeah.
love Oakland. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I feel like we can go to nature to work on ourselves, to heal ourselves, so
Mm-hmm.
we can take better care of our city. You know what I'm
Period.
saying?
Town business,
Yeah,
y'all. That's how we're gonna take care of it, is by literally tapping in.
for sure.
So why do you think that they do that to us? Why do they educate the others, and then with us, they don't want to educate us with the nature? Like, why? It doesn't make sense. Like, why would they take that from us? Do they think we're gonna be more powerful,
I
or
think our urban, just the the urban cities in general, we always had the bare minimum. It's just history. If
yeah,
you look at history, we always had to run the extra mile to get something in our environments. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And we had to do work extra hard. We had all type of things happen to our cities. Like even with the crack movement that happened in '84, that was like a direct response to what the Black Panthers were doing when Oakland was rising, when they were rising the minds of the average Joe in Oakland. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So we always had obstacles we had to face.
They
You know what I'm
always throw a
saying?
monkey
Yeah, yeah.
wrench.
So I just feel like systematically from history, we always been the bottom of the barrel.
Man,
And it affects like our culture. You know what I'm saying? It comes out in our music. Our
yeah,
music wouldn't be the way it is because we're just speaking on what we see in our environments. You know what I'm saying? But if our environments were better, we probably would have something better to say. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So I think it's just the history of our culture in this country. you know, um, this is our way and our attempt of doing it ourselves. We Instead of depending on the system to do it for us,
mm-hmm.
we got to do for ourselves, and what I'm saying, get our people out. What I'm saying,
And
out
educate them.
and also heal together.
Yeah,
We need community. We need to stay together, come together, and we also need to focus on mental health. It's a
mm,
lot of factors that we need to do to come together. And I feel like when we go out in nature, this is a good way of community building together because like we're coming out of our comfort zones
yeah,
and we're going to a new world and we're experiencing it together.
yeah,
And I feel like what we're doing is we're creating an outlet for us to come back to Oakland with a more clear mind. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And then seeing our environments for what it is and
Exactly.
having a more clear view of how to clean up our environments. You know what I'm saying? So
So in so many ways, outdoors helps with mental health and
yes,
stress.
yes. It definitely does. I mean, some people may not agree. Some people may say that I'm not an outdoors person, but you never know until you try it. And if you could put some intention behind it, you know what I'm saying? And,
Mm-hmm.
and for the people who do, you know what I'm saying, allow them to do what they do. They help them. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't judge people who do, because
Yeah.
it's people like, I be having conversations with people where they be like, you know what? I ain't got time for that because I'm out here in Oakland fighting the real struggle while y'all out there in the forest doing who knows what. But
Yeah.
but to me it all ties in
Yeah.
because I feel like we can't always be fighting battles in our city. We
Yeah.
need to spend time healing ourselves because if we don't focus on our mental health, we're just going to crash out or crash out on each other. You know what I'm
And you're
saying?
right. It's more off what you can control.
Yeah.
It's what you can control. You can control yourself. You
Mm-hmm.
can control how you react.
Mm-hmm.
You can't control the other stuff. So
Yeah.
if you entertain the other stuff, you're gonna swarm or get swarmed with all of that negative energy.
Mm-hmm.
And like you say, then being able to just control yourself and go out to nature and ground it.
Mm-hmm. Recenter, yeah.
Recenter.
Because
Yeah.
we're our frequency. That's what we are. We are a frequency. So
Yeah.
recentering yourself.
Uh-huh.
Nature is a good place to help you recenter yourself, to get your
Yeah.
focus back right. Because our focus can kind of go off sometimes, and then we
Yeah.
don't even realize it.
Yeah.
That's when depression starts to creep up on you and stressing and being irritable all the time. You don't
Yeah.
realize why you always upset and why you always gotta, you know what I'm saying, feeling defensive and all of that. So
Yeah.
nature, I go there to release all that shit.
Yeah.
I go there because what it does to me, it helps me be a better community member to my community.
Exactly.
And a better father, a
Mm-hmm.
better husband. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I have responsibility. So it's my responsibility to take care of myself. And I'm
Amen.
not saying everybody need to do this, but I do want to share it with others who
Yeah.
can benefit from it. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
And there's no such thing as bad education. As long
Mhm.
as you learning something, you can apply it somehow, some way.
For
And that's
sure.
crazy because you got your family involved. Because like
For
I told
sure.
y'all, when it was from the hood to the wood, shout out to his wife and shout
That's
out
what
to
actually
his
made us
daughter,
tight.
Sydney.
Nature made us tighter. Like me
Yeah.
and her, our first dates, we was going out to nature.
Oh, for
Oh
real?
yeah, we went on a hike our second date. Our
Yeah.
first date, we went out to dinner and then went on a little nature hike after dinner. Saw albino
Okay.
raccoon.
Look at you. Okay. And now she a snake woman,
Yep,
huh?
yep. Lady trap nature. Yep.
Lady Trap. Okay. Lady Trap Nature and Baby Trap Nature. Cause she will get a snake in a second.
Oh yeah. She and ever since she was in her mama's womb,
Mm-hmm.
she been into in nature. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I seen that you guys be doing the hike, the Unity hike.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say shout out to y'all on that as well,
For sure.
because that's a movement. That's powerful. Like you said, you're doing it. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
are doing it, literally collaborating with other people, men, families, and y'all are taking people to the hood. I mean, from the hoods to the woods.
Mm-hmm.
And that's amazing.
For
Like,
sure.
how was that last? I seen that y'all did a Unity hike,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Oh yeah.
How is that?
Man, it's so dope because, man, see, one thing about a lot of people who really mean well,
Yeah.
we have a lot of egos that's going on in our communities just with
Mm-hmm.
power tripping and all of that. And I feel like nature bringing a bunch of people together for the same intention,
Yep.
but taking us out of our comfort zones, putting us in a place where we all have to come together.
Yep.
To move as a unit, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And none of that shit matter here. We in nature, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
we all looking out for spiders and bugs and all that,
Mhm.
mosquitoes. So we all on the same path. Let's put the ego down, you know what I'm saying? Tap into nature. We can come together as brothers, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I've been getting out of it. And
Yeah.
I've been linking up with other brothers who I probably would have never even talked to or linked up with, you know what I'm saying, in the city. But
Exactly.
nature is bringing all of us together, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I'm noticing people healing and people are getting that
We're longing
fellowship.
for it. We're longing for
Yeah,
it.
yeah. We're getting something out of it, a lot out of it as a collective. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And we're able to move as a collective in the forest better than we were in the city. You know what I'm saying? Because
Exactly.
it's so much noise in the city.
It
It's
is.
pollution. You know what I'm saying?
It
It's trash
stinks.
everywhere. So it's like,
Look,
you know what I'm
you said
saying?
trash. I'm like, it stinks.
Yeah. So it's like sometimes we may need a more clear setting so
Yeah.
we can see each other and hear each other as well.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And I love that, because at the end of the day, you get to drop your defense, like you say, when you go out there. It's nothing for us to do but to just chill.
Yeah.
Like, let's chill, let's breathe. Let's slap a little spider, because I'm going to kill a spider. I know you ain't going to kill it, but I'm going to kill
I'm
a
like,
spider.
wait. Let me
Yeah,
get it for you.
yeah, you better get him, because
Yeah, I
if
grab it. You know, that's what I'm here
Charlotte
for.
Webb land on me,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
dying.
Cause I'm gonna catch the spider like here and remove it, take it somewhere,
Yeah,
take it
no.
to safety. You know,
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, Charlotte, you gotta go messing with Cam. You
that
better go
spider
mess
gonna
with
take out
Zed.
some mosquitoes. That's gonna give us malaria or something. You
Yeah,
know.
because they are beneficial.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a question I was gonna ask anyway, so I might as well ask it now. Having reptiles, it is beneficial to our environment, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So one thing about having snakes is
Mm-hmm.
snakes take care of a lot of animals that can bring us diseases. Like we have out here a mouse called deer mice, and they carry a disease called hantavirus, which Gene Hackman, you remember the actor who was found dead with his wife in his house? Well, they found out his wife had the disease, and most likely she got it from sweeping up rat feces, because that's how you catch it. You
Yeah.
breathe in the dry feces, and when it get in your system, you know what I'm saying, it can develop in your lungs
Oh wow,
and
I didn't know
spread.
that.
Yeah. So, and this mouse, it lives almost everywhere, and they rodents reproduce very fast,
It's a lot of
rapidly.
them.
So it's a lot of them everywhere. So I
Yeah.
know one thing: the snakes that we have in our forest, they're like one gopher snake, can kill probably hundreds of them in just a month. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they're doing us a favor
Yeah.
by eating these, because reptiles, they can't transfer diseases to us. Once they eat that mouse, the disease it disappears once it go inside them.
So
You know,
it can have that. It can have that, and they won't die.
if the mouse has hantavirus and the snake, because snakes don't catch the same diseases we have. We're different species, so our cells are different.
Yeah.
By them being reptiles and cold-blooded, us being warm-blooded mammals,
Mm-hmm.
our diseases are different.
Yeah.
So when a snake eat our disease, it disappears inside of them. You
Yeah.
know? So that's a good thing. I tell people, would you rather have mice, on your property, or would you rather have a snake in your backyard? You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
having one snake around, he's actually doing you a favor. He's keeping those mice. He's actually hunting those mice.
You
So if you
right.
do have a snake in your yard, most likely you have some unexpected guests there too, and who
Okay.
he's coming to get rid of for you.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to have a hawk too, because once he get rid of all of them unexpected guests, that hawk about to take his ass right out. I'm sorry. I know you gonna. I'm like, Hawk, just take him to said. He gonna take it. He gonna make sure it's good.
Well,
Cause
it's an ecosystem.
you
Snakes get
right.
taken out by hawks too. So
Yeah, that's why I said I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get
let
the
let
hawk to
the
get his ass.
ecosystem work its magic.
Yeah.
Human interference is what causes things to get out of whack.
Yeah.
And we can cause diseases to rise or
Yeah.
lower. You know what I'm saying?
So just let it be.
Yeah, just let it be. Let nature work its course. Because
Okay.
our interference is that's probably why COVID, if it's not lab made, COVID probably was spread because of human interference. You never know. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Us messing with stuff and getting rid of animals, it sets off the balance. You know what I'm
Well, the
saying?
balance is set off. You see, this world been crazy now.
Oh yeah.
And it's like a lot of animals that's starting to be extinct. Did I say it right? Extinct.
Human ignorance,
Yeah.
Even here in California, we used to have jaguars. We had brown bear here. We had wolves. We had a lot of different animals here. But
They're not here no more?
no, in the 1800s, the early gold miners and coal miners and stuff, when they came here, they killed every animal that they thought was a threat to them.
Oh my God.
So they were ignorant about the ecosystem. And
Yeah.
and when they got rid of the gray wolves, I can't remember the name of the tree. I think, was it the aspen tree? It was a tree that once lived here that went extinct because of the gray wolves were keeping the deer population down, and the deer were the ones who were eating the baby trees.
Yeah.
So now that the wolves are gone, the deer population rose, and that tree went extinct.
Oh,
So
wow.
everything plays a role. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So you can't get rid of one animal because it's going to set off the balance of the ecosystem.
Because they all made for
Everybody
something.
plays a part in the
Everybody
ecosystem.
plays a part.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
And the whole time we thinking that we want snakes to disappear. It's like if we make them disappear, then all of the rats, the deer rats.
Yeah.
or the-
We can raise up our possibilities of catching the disease. You know what I'm saying? That can kill us.
Yeah.
So,
And then I seen the video too, because you were sitting next to a rattlesnake.
oh yeah,
And I'm like, what the hell?
misunderstood creatures. So I'm gonna explain
Yeah,
about.
go ahead.
I
Explain.
never advised nobody to do what I did on that video, but
Mhm.
my purpose of me making that video, I was trying to show how misunderstood rattlesnakes are, because biting a person is like really the last resort.
Yeah.
You really have to do a lot to get bit by a rattlesnake. You literally have to grab it, touch it. Most people who get bit, you know what I'm saying, they either was trying to touch the rattlesnake to take a selfie, or they accidentally stepped on a rattlesnake. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
if a rattlesnake is in pain, he's going to bite you to get him off of him.
Yeah.
Get you off of him. So rattlesnakes, they rather not waste their venom. They
Yeah.
rather use their venom for their food.
Okay.
They do not want to waste it on nobody just being stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they also rattle to let you know, don't come over here. That's a
their
courtesy.
defense.
That's
Oh,
actually a courtesy call. Like, please don't come over here. I don't want no smoke.
yeah.
That's all he's doing. And if
Okay.
you ignore that and go grab him anyway, then you asked to get bit. That was a human error. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So most people who get bit by rattlesnakes, they get bit because they wasn't, they was doing too much, or made the rattlesnake, pushed the rattlesnake to bite them.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of times, if you a lot of people walk right past a rattlesnake and didn't even know.
Yeah.
Because they was sitting there in the cut and you didn't even see it.
So it don't want you to see it.
They don't want you to see it, because sometimes they won't rattle at all. They rely on their camouflage.
Yeah.
And hoping you don't see them at all.
Yeah.
And you can walk like your foot can walk right past it, and they will ignore your foot as long as you don't touch it. So I was trying to show
Yeah.
the behavior of
Mhm.
a typical rattlesnake. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
really do not want to bite you. But when you see them on TV, when you see snakes on any type of snake, non-venomous snakes too,
Yeah.
when you see them in media, they're used to sell fear.
Yeah.
They got they got multiple scary movies. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like, we were just watching a movie just recently. Well, I saw one of my pet snakes, which
Yeah.
was a python. It's a pet store python, but they turned him into a demon into a movie. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, this is why people are scared of snakes. This is just a harmless ball python, but they got him in this movie as a venomous killer. I'm like, what the heck? And the
That's
snake's
why I
not
don't
even
like
venomous.
snakes.
But they
Yeah.
had him venomous in the movie though. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what the? And it was
Yeah, oh my
albino. It looked like they just
God.
bought it out of
Yeah.
Petco and used it as a movie prop, you
Oh
know?
my God. Yeah, see, I
So
wouldn't like the snake because of that movie.
they got a bad rep, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
What
very
about Anaconda? Because I didn't like them because of Anaconda.
they are not aggressive. Like they are not aggressive about it. They turned it into a hunting, like they hunt people. No, that's not true.
Yeah, because I'm like,
Anaconda will
no.
run from you. They would try to escape. As
Yeah.
big as they are, they don't want no smoke with humans.
Have you seen Anaconda or touch one?
Oh yeah, my wife brother has one as a pet.
How big is it? Like how long?
Well, right now he's still a baby and it's about 14 feet.
God, that's a baby?
That's a baby. They can
14
grow.
feet?
They can grow to over 25, 30 feet. And they just found a new species in the forest that gets even bigger, you know.
What are
So
you? So when they found him, what was he dead? Was he alive? The new
it was a
one?
lie. But the Amazon is real big.
Yeah.
So anacondas are Amazonian snakes. Like they're in the boa constrictor family.
Yeah.
Boa constrictors are what they call the New World animals, like the Americas. Boas live in South America. We even have boas here in North America. We have two.
Yeah.
We have the rubber boa, which you can find right here in Oakland, which is a smaller boa constrictor. Then we have
What you mean in Oakland?
yeah, we have a little small boa called the rubber boa.
Where he located?
Anywhere in the hills.
Mm-hmm. Kamari won't
But they're non-venomous and they're harmless.
and he won't bite.
No. That's like one of the most harmless snakes. They're like kind of goofy a little bit.
Okay.
They'll let anybody just pick them up off the ground and they just have this little goofy look like, I'm just a snake. You know?
So it's perfect for a pet.
Yes. Oh, well, I wouldn't recommend taking snakes out of the wild, but they do have the subspecies, which is the rosy boa. You can find those in the wild in Southern California.
Yeah.
Like around San Diego, LA, probably Arizona. But like they sell those in the pet store because they make good pets.
What is it called again?
The rosy boa.
A rosy boa.
Yep.
Okay.
And you can find those in the rocky areas in Southern California.
Okay. So what snake would you recommend a mama that don't want to buy their kid like you a goddamn reptile?
Well, it depends on what size. If
Yeah.
you want a smaller snake or if you want like a medium-sized snake, I would recommend a ball python, you know what I'm saying, for a first time just because they're temperaments. Mostly because I used to catch those in the wild too in Africa. So, but I was picking them off the wild. They just friendly. Like a lot of them are just naturally friendly. So,
They won't bite you.
Well, I've never been bitten by one. Some people may get one. They may be a little bit nippy, but it may be a little scary or something. But
Yeah.
they're not typically biters at all.
Yeah. So why they show us that?
Just because fear sells. You know, same thing with pit bulls. You know, pit bulls are one of the most sweetest dogs on the planet.
Yeah.
But people are terrified of pit bulls because all they show on media is pit bulls killing people, killing kids, and
pregnant women.
Yeah, pregnant women. So you hear this bad rep about animals because media know what they're doing. They just want to be dramatic because they know that I'm gonna get a lot of views if I talk about this animal killing somebody. You know what I'm saying? Even with mountain lions, mountain lion killing is very rare. You know what I'm saying? But they always, once one happened, that's like top of the news.
Yeah.
Now everybody's out looking for mountain lions, like, checking their garbage cans and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I'm having a dream of it now.
Yeah. So my goal is to get people to think for themselves and not let the media, you know what I'm saying, create this fear.
Don't let them project that fear on you.
Try to don't do what I do, especially with rattlesnakes.
Yeah.
But what I'm showing is that I study their behavior.
Yeah.
And I got years and years of experience. I used to at one point think one thing about the rattlesnakes. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now about 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
But now I spent years with them now.
Mm-hmm.
I got to know them and seen them up close and just saw their different behaviors. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that they should get the rap that they get because they really want to stay away from people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's us who want to go to them.
It's us who want to go to them, or we taking over their habitats by just cutting down forests and building new cities.
Yeah.
So we're going further and further into their habitat.
So they have no choice but
to come, interact with us.
Yeah. That is crazy. And it only makes sense because, like you said, we're messing with their ecosystem and how they live. So, of course, when we start tapping into what they live in and how they live in, they're going to come out more.
Yep, that's right.
That is crazy. All right, y'all. So I have a trivia question, too. Now, mind you, I have my candy that I was going to give. So I'm going to just tell you because I do not have it with me right now, but I got you as soon as I see you next, okay? But I have a trivia question because y'all know I love to be funny. And on this one, it says, and I know you should know this one. Are reptiles warm or cold-blooded?
Cold.
You right. Okay. And why though?
Because their cell structure is a lot different.
Yeah.
So they don't have a temperature regulator like we do as mammals. Mammals,
Yeah.
we're able to regulate our temperatures.
Yeah.
So and reptiles, they're scaly creatures, and I don't know. Maybe it's something. It's maybe dinosaurs were cold blooded, and it's
Yeah.
just something that they just had since back then that then
Mhm.
they never switched over to.
Yeah.
But as mammals, uh, animals that have hair instead of scales, and birds with feathers,
Mhm.
which is kind of weird because I was just studying about how birds are kind of related to reptiles. But birds are warm blooded, and
Yeah.
reptiles are cold blooded. So
Yeah.
it's just evolution. You never know which way evolution would take you.
Exactly.
We all came from, we all formed from all different types of cells on this planet.
All right.
So.
And he was right too, y'all. They cold-blooded. So y'all
Mhm.
better listen to him because this is an expert talking. So take notes.
For sure.
All right, and I have one more for you. Which continent you will not find any snakes? Which continent? You will never find a snake.
Antarctica,
Right.
Alaska.
Stop fucking playing. Okay. Okay, because I would have never known that if I didn't look it up.
Too cold.
It is. That's exactly what it said.
Mhm.
It was like you would never find a reptile there because it, like you said, it's too
They
cold.
can't regulate the temperature. They can't make themselves warmer like we could. We can put on a jacket and we'd be good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We can warm ourselves, but reptiles can't do that.
So once they cold,
even if they put on a jacket, they still gonna be cold.
And would they freeze to death?
Yep, they be frozen. They turn into a popsicle in Antarctica. They'd be
Right.
a bunch of it'd be a bunch of pops. Yeah, snake sickles in Antarctica.
Yeah, y'all. So guess what? If you don't like snakes, you can move to Antarctica.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna ever have to worry about a snake over there.
Yeah, go to Alaska or Antarctica. 'Cause you ain't gonna have no sunlight either. You're gonna be living in the dark for like 6 months.
Exactly. And what's just not true? Like the myth that, because it's like you said, it's a lot of myths against snakes.
Mhm.
But you saying basically which one is really just not true, that they'll just bite you or attack you? That's just not true because it's a lot of myths.
Well, one myth that I also like to push out that a lot of people try to use against me.
Mhm.
I'm not really a religious person,
Mhm.
but a lot of people who are religious, they like to bring up the fact that snakes are serpents and they represent the devil or
Yeah, I
a
heard that.
demon, which is totally taken out of context. I believe that I'm not a religious person, but you gotta go back before the Bible. The Bible is what 2,000 years old. Well, the Bible took place 2,000 years ago. So a lot of these stories, they've been through the hands of people through their understandings of
Mhm.
the religion. So let me take you back way ancient African
Yeah.
and what snakes represent. Snakes represent the Kundalini energy. If you know about the 7 chakras, the Kundalini energy is the sexual energy, which is a portal opener.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Which brings spirit, which life from the other side to this life.
Yeah.
And it also give us, you can connect your Kundalini energy to your crown chakra and it could bring you to a God-like consciousness, which Egyptians were practicing, Kemetic people were
Okay.
practicing, and why they able to build like pyramids, you know what I'm saying? Because they were like going to higher consciousness.
Yeah.
And the Kundalini energy is the snake serpent, which they use now in the medical field.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't even know the snakes going around that rod. That's an ancient Kemetic symbol that Imhotep.
Because I've seen that before. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Imhotep was he was like one of the first surgeon, one of the smartest humans on the planet.
Mhm.
He was a surgeon, he was a scientist, and all of that. He was very intelligent because he knew how to manipulate his chakras into higher consciousness to bring back information. So that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
This should show you that ancient people, maybe they were a lot smarter than what we are now because we got capitalism that kind of dulls us down. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Our pineal gland even shrunk too. That's another subject.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, snakes represent, and also in an African proverb, snakes represent rebirth. Because when a snake sheds his skin, he is now reborn.
Yeah.
But when a snake gets a scar, a hawk may grab him. He may get a scar.
Mhm.
If he keeps shedding his skin, each time he shed, that scar will start to fade away.
Okay.
So it represents rebirth coming into a new you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So snakes represent a lot of positive. Even Egyptians had snakes on their crowns,
I've
the,
seen
the
those.
cobra. So snakes represent a lot of positive things, you know what I'm saying, in ancient days before that religion even came out.
Yeah.
So you do the math. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So before when somebody bring up, why you touching those serpents? I'd be like, you know what? Hey, that's another person, that's something that was taught, basically. I'm not
Exactly.
knocking religion,
Mhm.
but I challenge people to test your understanding
Yeah.
of that religion, because maybe somebody put it in there wrong, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And didn't mean it that way or understood it the wrong way.
Like you say, do some
Yeah,
fact
yeah,
checks.
do some fact checks first,
Not just one, but actually look around and do multiple people to
Yeah,
get the
yeah, yeah,
information. Yeah.
exactly.
Because I'm like, I have seen that snake symbol, but I
Because of the
didn't.
Adam and Eve story about the snake telling Eve to give Adam the apple or
Yeah.
whatever. So yeah, that was just a story that was taken out of context.
So what really happened?
Well, I need to refresh my comedic studies, but
Okay.
the original story was them them not wasting their kundalini energy
Yeah.
and having intercourse.
Yeah.
And the snake represents the kundalini energy. And
Yeah.
they weren't supposed to be, and Adam wasn't supposed to be wasting his sacred juices, which the sperm was like sacred juices.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we're not supposed to waste it. So
Yeah.
it was like a story about Adam basically wasting his kundalini energy, something like
Okay.
that. But it wasn't even Adam. So their names are different, you know what I'm saying? So it's just remix stories that's been passed down all the way down to, so you gotta think about it. The line of history is about this long,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of the stories we're hearing about is way here. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So we only getting the
Pieces
small,
of
yeah, the
it.
pieces of it. So
And whatever else somebody want to add and
yeah,
make
whatever.
up.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's been remixed throughout the whole history of time,
That don't make no
multiple
sense.
times.
They don't
So
make so that's just crazy. They can just program us however
yeah.
they want, and we're
So
gonna
snakes
believe it.
don't represent evil. So that's
So
just
that's a
throw that
myth.
out the book. That's a myth.
That is, so y'all heard it. They do not represent evil.
They don't.
Cause I be thinking that. I think it's that damn demon snake y'all just talking about. I be
And
like,
that
it's
don't
gonna be.
help either. You get on TV and you see a snake with red eyes looking at you,
Yeah,
eyes glowing. You know what I'm
you feel
saying?
me? Eating kids, eating
Making it
dogs.
a growling snake, like snakes growl.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been seeing it all on social media, how the people be taking baths with it. You remember I asked you too, I was like, would you take a bath with your damn snake? I seen that
I
white
wouldn't go
lady.
that far, taking a bath with my snake, just because, snakes can, use the bathroom. And now you're gonna be taking a bath. Because when my snakes get comfortable, is when I put them in warm water.
Uh-huh.
They'll let off a bowel movement.
Are you
Oh
serious?
yeah.
So you gotta take a snake a bath.
But no, you don't have to. But a lot of times, like when they do have to use the bathroom, they go in their water bowl, especially on warm days,
Uh-huh.
and let a bowel movement off. And I always got to change the water.
That's great. So do you do it by yourself or do your family help you too with them 100 snakes?
Well, my daughter helped me. Sometimes wifey helped me. It
Y'all go
depends.
crazy, okay?
But I do it most of the time by myself. I just knock everything out.
And you
I
know
got
how
a
to keep
routine.
count. Like you ain't never lost count because there's so many of them. You ain't never lost count of which one you need to feed
No,
or.
no, no. I got them all on the schedule. I
Yeah.
basically have a reptile room where I got them all close by each other.
Uh-huh.
And certain days I feed this species.
Mm-hmm.
And my bigger snakes, I don't feed them as often.
Yeah.
They can go longer periods without eating. But my smaller snakes are the juveniles I have to feed more frequently. So
Yeah.
everybody has a different schedule, but I will feed this section of snakes on this day, this week. And
Okay.
a couple of weeks later, I'll feed this section of snakes. So,
Okay. And what snake do you like the most? Because you deal with a lot of them, right?
yeah. Well, I would just say I have
Or you gravitate to
I
the most?
I love all of them, but
All of them?
I would say right now my albino boa.
Your albino?
I have an albino red-tailed boa constrictor.
Okay. And it's the oldest one or you just like it because it's albino?
I just like it because he's hard to find. He's a moon glow boa.
Yeah.
And that bloodline of a moon glow, he has lacks of reds. He's basically yellow and white, but he's a boa constrictor.
Yeah.
And that's kind of rare for a boa constrictor to not have red on him as well. As
Exactly.
An albino. So he's kind of like my prized possession right
I
now.
love it because working at my job, it's a lot of people that I was just saying earlier in the conversation. They go to the cow palace just for stuff like that. And they said they have buyers that will buy 10,000, like that will spend 10,000 on a snake that you just said, but they don't tell the buyer, like they won't share their buyers. And I was like, I didn't know.
Oh yeah, it's a snake world. It's breeders out there. They're a rare bloodline, just like dogs. There are snakes out there that are worth $100,000, $200,000.
Yeah.
Like we were just watching the video about the animal control had came in and euthanized this guy's $200,000 snake, and he's suing them because they thought he had because this was in Florida. They thought he had an invasive animal, but they mistaked it as one of the invasive animals. So they euthanized it. They come to find out it was a very rare boa that he paid over $200,000 for.
Yeah.
And she was pregnant with babies. So he lost out on the babies and everything. $200,000 plus the babies he was going to use to make the money back plus some.
So he would have made damn near, because how much would the babies go for?
Boas can have up to 45 babies. So
in one time?
Yep. So imagine how much money he lost. Yep.
That's a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
Dang, it's real lucrative. Like
it's a $1 million business, and that's another reason why I want to bring people in the hood, because like, man, y'all some good hustlers. Y'all good business. You know what I'm saying? Let me introduce you to something where you can make some easy money.
If you can sell crack, you can sell a rat.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
Get you. Let me put you on this exotic game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Learn about exotic animals, because they got different colors that you can only find through them. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
And it'll take you from the hood.
Yeah.
And it actually gets you somewhere where you can be mingling with people and making money.
Yeah, that's right.
And you can also love your fascination of motherfucking snakes.
Yeah, exactly. Get a whole new perspective of snakes, you know?
And what is a surprising fact about reptiles that you wish everybody know?
Well, a surprising fact
that you want everybody to know about snakes or reptiles.
What I want everybody to know? Well, they're not slimy, because people always think, is it slimy? People think of us who never interacted with a snake. They always think that it's slimy like a slug.
Yeah.
And when they touch it, like, hey, it wasn't slimy at all. You know, I'll be like, I guess they watch too many cartoons and stuff like that. They be thinking they're just going to leave some slime on them and stuff like that. Snakes are just basically, they have scales and they're dry animals, and they're not. It's not weird to touch a snake. It's actually therapeutic. Because a snake would actually crawl on you, and they have like this motion, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of hypnotizes you.
Does it?
Oh, yeah.
I got, you know what? I'm gonna touch a snake with y'all. I ain't never in my whole life touched a snake.
When I'm having a long day, I just put my snake and just let him crawl around me.
Come on,
I just sit there and chill. He just smoothly just crawl, and I just let him do his thing.
Come
you know?
on, man. What if he smoothly start licking like heck close to your eye and stuff? Like you cool with him.
But even if he did, he wouldn't do nothing.
He won't bite.
No.
Because he love you though.
Oh, no, I mean, I wouldn't say love, but he knows that I'm not harmful. I'm not gonna harm him.
Yeah.
Like snakes do recognize your scent.
Yeah.
And they can recognize your scent with safety. Yeah. But he knows when I'm holding him, he's safe with me.
Yeah.
You know.
That's crazy that animals, snakes can do that too. They can actually feel you too, kind of.
Even wild snakes. It's been wild snakes that I tamed, and they got used to my smell, and they got used to my energy, and they just calm all the way down. Because once they realize I'm not a threat, they don't have no reason to be defensive.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. And because we're getting closer to the end, and I have a couple more questions. For someone who didn't grow up camping, fishing, or hiking, what is the easy way to get them to nature?
I would say start off small. Don't go off the edge on your first time, because it could be too much. You know what I'm saying? I just like, you want an extreme, but you go skydiving. You know what I'm saying? So start off small. Start going research your little national parks or nature parks around your home. Find you a small trail and just start off slow.
Yeah.
And build up your momentum. And then once you start getting used to being in nature, then, try camping or fishing or something. You know what I'm saying?
Or they can just join from the hood to the woods.
Oh yeah. Come join us, because we'll definitely help you adapt. You know
Period.
We will do it collectively.
Sure in the hell will. How you sliding down waterfalls and everything, okay? Getting gopher snakes on the road and everything.
We're getting muddy together.
I promise you. Straight dirty.
For sure. Don't bring no nice clothes, y'all.
Please don't bring Jordans.
Ain't no fashion show in the forest, you know.
I messed up by wearing the Jordans. I'll tell y'all, don't wear Jordans. I promise you. Get them little hiking shoes or some soccer shoes, something that's going to grip in the dirt.
For sure.
But what would you have, or what would you like to tell the world before we end it? Like any information or what is it that you would want to tell somebody to look forward to in this business? Like being in a reptile business, like what advice would you tell them? Or anything?
I just want people to know that, one of the main reasons why I try to bring it to the forefront is because our lack of information, our lack of exposure to this.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like we deserve this same exposure. You know what I'm saying? And like even in the reptile community, I've actually dealt with racism before.
Yeah.
Where me being looking the way I look, me joining this world, it's been people who felt territorial, like, man, where you come from? You look like a rapper. Shouldn't you be rapping somewhere?
Man.
You know what I'm saying? And,
Stereotype.
they always calling me Snoop Dogg or calling me Migos when I'm in these groups, and they always trying to, because it throws them off that somebody like me is involved with this.
Yeah.
And I gotta show them, like, no, I'm really passionate about this. I'm not doing this just to be doing it. This is my passion. And people like me who look like me are interested in science and environmental science. You know what I'm saying?
And don't count us out.
Yeah, don't count us out. And so my goal too is to actually be the one who give this to our babies, so they can grow up having an option. If they want to get involved with this, they can. Yeah. Because not having the option at all, it's just going to build, a lot of fear around it, and it's going to be a collective fear where everybody is scaring each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, you about to go out there? Heck no. You about to go out there? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because neither one of them had this exposure or had the option as a child at a young age. Because the older we get, the more scared we're going to get, period. You know
we ain't going to do it.
Exactly. So that's why I target kids. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know who you may spark, what scientists out there you may spark. And it's a lot of money and a lot of education and a lot of good feelings involved with this subject. So that's why I want to be the one who brings it to my community. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like we've been deprived in Oakland. We get the bare minimum everything.
Yeah.
Especially science. So herpetology is what I do. Herpetology is a study of reptiles and amphibians. Okay. There is no herpetology programs in Oakland. None.
That's crazy.
I'm the only person doing it in the whole city of Oakland.
See, that's your purpose.
Yep.
And you about to introduce it
and
to the world.
herpetology is under the umbrella of science. Now, science is a whole umbrella.
Yeah.
There's biology, there's this, there's that, there's herpetology. So I'm the only one bringing the study of what people fear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and bringing a scientific version of it.
Yeah.
So,
well, let me start off by saying you go crazy.
For sure.
And what you're doing is amazing. You and your family, the group, the Hoods to the Woods, just enlightening our people. Like you say, come into the woods and basically letting go all of the fear and the expectations and all of the little bad stuff that we have, the myths. You guys are introducing us to a new world.
Sure.
Like, stop believing that. Come out here and see it for yourself.
Sure.
So I just want to say thank you so much for coming, dropping all your jewels.
Appreciate that.
And I hope and pray that you guys listen to the episode and grab something from it. Because we are from the ghetto and we do not get to these areas. But just know, nature plays a part and we need to learn about it. And your pain has purpose. And don't forget, healing us is healing the earth too. So the earth will heal us if we heal each other. So let's just take care of each other. Real talk.
Sure.
All right. So I love you guys. And thank you so much.
For sure. Thank you for having me.
No problem.
Appreciate you, sis.
Okay.
For sure.
Bye.